is Jeff Clem. I am so very happy to be here today. I am working on a new song. I'm producing a new song for my Mr. Jeff Children's album, and I thought it'd be fun to take y'all along for the process. So I will be producing this song in Ableton Live, which I'm still not incredibly familiar with. I haven't mastered this program like I feel like I've mastered Pro Tools. But I think the best way to work through inside of programs is to just go ahead and produce inside of them. And that's how you will become more familiar and learn with them rather than doing tutorials. Rather than doing tutorials and stuff, I just like to get deep into the nitty-gritty and just start creating with it. Just like I would a guitar or a ukulele. I'm not going to study theory behind it. I just want to get my hands dirty. So we're going to be working in Ableton Live today, and like I said, I'm working on a song for my children's album, and this song is hilarious. It's basically supposed to be the idea in my head is it's supposed to be sort of like a punk rock kid song about having boogers in your nose. So it's very silly. I think it's really, really funny. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little screen share action going ahead. So you should be able to see everything I got going on. We'll get rid of this. So I'm working in Ableton Live today. I've got a totally blank slate. If you've ever seen Ableton, then you understand that this is the mix screen and this is the edit screen. I guess that is technically like the Pro Tools terms of how you would call them. So this is technically the arrangement screen, I think is what they call it. And then I don't know what this other than mix view, arrangement view. So if you're an Ableton whiz, I would certainly like any type of feedback if I am doing anything wrong. So what I'm going to go ahead is I've got my Sapphire plugged in and ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and create a scratch guitar track, because the way that I'm approaching this is I've got the ideas in my head, but it's sort of full band. So I'm basically going to do a scratch guitar first, and then I'll move on to my drums, which I'll go ahead and set up a drum rack right now while we're thinking about it. So my drum rack right here. I'll go ahead and load up what I've been using. I think it's probably this one right here. It doesn't exist, yeah? Okay, how about this one? There we go. So you should be able to hear that. Yeah, all right, cool. So we don't need that up. We need to go back to Ableton Live. All right, so I've got my drums ready to roll. I've got my scratch guitar ready to roll. We'll just go ahead and name this bass, because I'll be doing bass next. So I've got my scratch guitar, my bass, MIDI track that I don't really need. I don't know if I'm going to be adding any keyboard or MIDI to this, but so basically the first thing I do is I need to get my click ready to roll. So I'll go over here to my trusty metronome app, Pro Metronome, which I really, really like because it has a tap feature. It has different time signatures and stuff. So So we're going to start around 125, and we'll see how that feels. So, yeah, and this is the thing that I will be fighting with Ableton this whole time, and that's just how it goes. That's how my life works when it comes to Ableton, since I'm not technically an Ableton master. So I have to, the only way that I know how to get the click to be different is to automate it technically. So I'm going to start it at 125. And, oh, that's volume. So we need to go to tempo. Show all parameters. Song tempo. And if there's any other way to do this, please let me know. 125. Boom. And now you can hear that. I have this set to only go while recording. So that just feels too slow to me. Just feels too slow. So we're going to go ahead and bump it up. We'll bump it up to 132. Just an arbitrary number. I got you gotta get your finger out of your nose. You gotta get your finger out of your nose. Grab a tissue, grab a tissue, get a tissue, get a tissue and blow. We use tissues to stop the germs from spreading. Soap, lots of soap. Alright, so that feels great to me. That is a good tempo. So this song is pretty fast. Like I said, it's like a punk rock kids song is what we're going for. So with the punk rock kids song, it's just going to be a lot of silliness. That's what I love about this Mr. Jeff project, is it sort of takes the seriousness out of the music that I've been working towards for so long. I've always viewed creating music as a serious endeavor, but this has freed me up creatively to just view it as just creating music for fun and just to be silly. Like, the whole thing about it is to be funny and be silly. So it's sort of opened up the doors, and it's made things a lot easier for my other original music, in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and do a scratch guitar track, and then to the scratch guitar track, then I will program drums. And then after I program the drums, that's when we'll be ready to lay down some of the real tracks. I'm using my 80s Strat today just because I know it in and out. And it's just the easiest guitar in the world for me to play. I've played this guitar more than any other guitar, probably. It's probably a close second with my Telecaster. As I just drop it, break it. All right. So I'm gonna be doing I'm gonna be taking everything direct. Where am I at? Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing everything direct simply because my aim is to track this song, and then I will be sending it off for mixing. And inside mixing, I believe all the amps will be simulated. So I'm running this through my pedal board in case I want to put some juice on anything. But so we're tuned. Let's go ahead and go back to Ableton. Ableton Live. So we're not recording the drums, but we are recording the scratch guitar, which is coming into 2. Set monitor mode into auto. So now you should be able to hear it pretty well. Ooh, that's a little dirty over there. A little bit dirty. So, all right. So now I'll go back to Ableton, the arrangement view, and because that's how I sort of track everything, and I'm going to track it part by part. So I'm going to start with the intro, which is also technically the chorus of this song. I've also been having some issues with my interface where it just sort of farts out like that every once in a while, and I don't really know exactly why or how it's doing that. But it just like every half hour, 15 minutes, something like that, it just starts to just fart out. I don't really know what other word to say for it. But I'm gonna go ahead and retweet this real quick because I think it's funny. If you're watching this, let me know. I think it's very interesting to me to sort of let people in on the creative process, so which is why I'm doing it. And I also think it brings me a level of accountability, because if I was doing this, perhaps I'd get distracted. If I was not doing this, perhaps I'd get distracted and go clean my kitchen or something. But now that a potential audience is watching, I'm certainly going to get to work. So, all right, we got this rolling. See it recording right here, scratch guitar. All right, so I think I need to switch this into, it's got quarter notes, but I kind of want eighth notes. Perhaps it'll be okay. Let's see. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to track this part first, just because I think it might be a little easier. Alright, I'll just do that one more time. I don't think it was that sweet. So this is going to be sort of like the, I wouldn't call it the chorus because it's just sort of the like C section, I guess you could say. It gives it a different feel than the punk rock song, but it definitely talks about, it gives a different perspective, technically, this part of the song. So I haven't really explained what I'm doing, but this is a children's song about having boogers in your nose, and this is the part where we talk about washing your hands. So we're trying to stop the spread of germs here during COVID-19 and also during any time a child exists ever. So alright, so there's that part. We'll go ahead and call that part C. Now I'm going to go to part B, which is technically the verse part. That's just tough. It's tough to go with that. So this section is good. I'll go ahead and cut this up. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and take this again. All right, so I think that right there will give me enough to work with as a scratch take in order to go ahead and program our drums. So the drums are what's going to take the longest time for this. So I've got my part C right here. I'm going to go ahead and program in the nose. Giving me an icky feeling, I suppose. Sitting down in the bedroom, I suppose. God knows. The bugs. Got bugs. Got bugs. Got bugs. Get your finger out of your nose. You gotta get your finger out of your nose. Grab a tissue, grab a tissue and blow. Alright, so I've got most of my parts here. We'll go ahead and just rename this. So this is part C. This one is part B. Part B, which is technically like the verse. Go ahead and just call it the verse. And this is would be the chorus. And then this part would be we'll just call this Get Your Finger. So that's what it is. So for this tune, I start with the chorus. We'll just go ahead and move this stuff so it's out of the way. And since it's all done to a click track, then it all should be ready to roll. So I'll put it right here on the 9. Actually, no, I'll put it right here on the 5. So and then immediately following that, we got Get Your Finger. So I'll probably shorten that up for the first time. Let's go ahead and make sure that what you're seeing is not totally terrible. Alright, so you got me over here. I'll just bring this up just a titch. Just a titch touch. Alright. So now that we've got that arrangement set, now we just verse. So your nose, gotta get your finger out of your nose. Grab a tissue, grab a tissue, grab a tissue, grab a tissue and blow. I can feel, so I want is where the first verse comes in. So I could just delete that. We'll add it back in later. Here's something to put in my nose. It gets in a good feeling, I suppose. I suppose. Like God knows. I got bugs, so I could just copy and paste the whole what I did. Got bugs. Got bugs. You gotta get your fit. Alright, so you know what? I think that this happens too much. That's 1, 2, 3. So I only want it to happen 3 times. Any time it ever happens. So if I just move, if I take that out, pop it on over, move the chorus back, and actually what I can do is I can just get that out of here, and then just keep it simple, short, sweet. It's the 3rd time. Alright, so I have this other section, part C, and I don't know if I want it to sort of go in between every time. In the original demo that never ever had drums, it did go that way. So I'm not quite sure. I'm going to go ahead and just toss it in. So we got chorus, coming right out of the gate with the chorus, and then verse, chorus, and then another verse. Let's go ahead and just refer to the lyrics here and see what these lyrics have to say. What do the lyrics have to say? The thing is that it's a very important message, this part C. It's also a little bit long. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and open it up. I got bugs, baby. So I feel like it comes right after the first chorus. So let's go ahead and plop that in. Blow. It'll just be nice to have this section in there. Stop the just spreading. We all wanna stay healthy. So going from right there to verse would be nice. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I feel like that's too long. 4. So, and then on that note, I can honestly just go ahead and duplicate the whole thing. Boom. So we got chorus, verse, chorus, part C, verse, chorus, part C. And then we can honestly probably just wrap it up right there. That's the beauty of these simple, fun Mr. Jeff songs, is that they can just be 3 minutes out of there. So chorus, verse, chorus, part C, verse, chorus, part C. And then we definitely want to end it on the chorus, I think. So this one we'll just make it a little longer, and that will be at the end. Bugs. And that's how I want to end that one. Bugs. So that'll just be a fun. There we go. So that gives us enough to start programming the drums, which the drums are going to be the hardest thing to program here because it's a punk rock song and the drums are pretty entailed. So I've got my drum rack set up for all of you people that understand drum racks. So this is sort of just like my bass line that I use when I program drums through Ableton. I don't necessarily love the samples that I'm using, but I think that they do their job enough to not sound completely sampled. I haven't really got into sampling any of my own stuff, But I believe that this is set up in a way that I can, when I send this out via MIDI, Nathan, who does all the mixing, will be able to easily import it into his slate. And I think they're all in the arrangement that he imports it and then just picks the slate sound, and it just sounds 1,000 times better. So that's kind of our workflow with that. I'm gonna go ahead and create a I want to get this automation out of here. This automation drives me insane. We don't really need it. Alright, so now I've got this. So this is my chorus. So if I zoom in here, I'll be able to get a clear picture of what I'm working with. And I know obviously the kick's on the ones. 1, 2. So pretty simple right here. And then right on the ones, and then my snare, which is all the way up here, is a little annoying. And I'm just gonna keep it real simple for right now. Do da do da do da. I mean, just the simplest ever. Do ga do ga do ga do ga. Come on, buddy. So, and then I could just, so I'm going to get some hats going. I just love this open and shut hat that I've been doing, but I could potentially have been overusing it. So that just sounds terrible. So I could probably go over here to just the hats. We'll see how that sounds. Let's just see what it sounds like on this. So I kind of want to make this drum beat a little bit more punk rock. Do got do got do got do got. So do got. Just, I think that would do it. More punk rock. Do got do got. Do got do got. So that gives us a nice bass line of just kick and snare. Now I sort of need to figure out exactly what the best arrangement of cymbals are. I wish there was a choke crash sample that I could use. Why don't we go ahead and explore that? So I need to get into my drum rack, and then if I can find a sample. Let's see here. Sampler? Maybe if I just do choke crash and see what pops up. Of course, nothing, right? So if I go into drums, and here are just drum kits that you can just pop in and out. That's so silly. Yeah. So that's pretty simple, pretty silly. So if I can go over to cymbals, I don't actually know where I found all this stuff. It was so long ago. So like I said, I'm still pretty new when it comes to Ableton Live, finding things, percussive. So that's not going to work for me. I'm not quite sure exactly where the drums. It says drums. These are just drum hits. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. Cymbal. Dun. Crash boring. Who comes up with these names? Oh, I like that one. So I want to choke. That's pretty cool. That's not what I'm looking for, though. But I think one of the first ones I found were... this one sounds bad, but it gets the point across that I'm trying to go with. And I don't know why it just got rid of that. Hold on a second. What just happened here? When I moved that over, I feel like it... F sharp. It deleted what I had on F. So I'm going to go ahead and use that now. So if I've got Joof cymbal, let's see what it sounds like. That gets the point across what I'm trying to do here. So I can go ahead and I can just copy and paste that. And then I can copy and paste this over here. Boom. And then we have our drum beat for this. And then it happens one more time, so you can go ahead and just copy and paste it one more time on over. And that's sort of... So I've got this really, really large, big, super big, resonant low tom set in here now. So I don't think that's going to work, actually. Because, I mean, if you listen to this, this is not going to do what I want it to do at all. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just program the snares because I know where they're going to be. That's not even right. Alright, well that's just driving me insane. What the heck is going on here? So I think this is set for like a bigger grid, and I don't know how to get out of that. So I'm just going to copy and paste this. Yeah, see, I suppose you can't get a bigger grid until you have information there. That doesn't make any sense, but if I just join that up, consolidate it. So that drum beat actually works perfectly for me, actually. So where's the kick, though? There's no kick on that one. Where's the kick drum? I need that on the one. So for this next section, we'll just go ahead and just do some cymbals. So I mean, it's going to be this drum beat a lot, and that's fine with me. But like, where is the kick drum? I feel like the kick drum is just not hitting correctly with that velocity wise. And on that last one, I definitely need a kick drum on that. Yo, why would you do that? What? Oh my gosh, what is happening? This is off the, is this off the grid? Is that what's going on? I don't quite understand what's happening here, actually, to be honest with you. It appears that this is off the grid just by like a hair. It must have happened when I duplicated it over. Oh, it's on. It's on. It's 9:30. I have a Mr. Jeff show at 11 o'clock. So I got about another hour over here with you today. We'll go ahead and save this. I'm going to run for a second. We'll just play what we have so far. Alright, I'm back. So, absolutely nobody's watching this, and that's fine, because we're getting it done. Oh man. Granola. I feel like that kick is just really weak for no reason. I think right here I fixed it. I'm going to go ahead and use that one to duplicate over. Gotta have that kick on that one. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that over. Get rid of this crash on the second bar. And I need a to add the hat there. Is there no hat? Well, I didn't even put hats on here. That's fine. So for right here, I need those hats. And I think this is what we're looking for, maybe. Oh, no, that's too fast. So if I zoom out, it will give me less options here. Yeah, that's what I want. Let's see what it sounds like, these eighth notes. I think I'm going to do a little. I think something like this would be cool. So I need to just expand this. So I think that's just too robotic. So I think something like this would sound a little better. And then on this, we gotta get rid of that that ding dang crash. So I think we're fighting it. I just think that's too much for such a song that is supposed to be simple. So that's kind of cool. Why don't we go ahead and just rock with that. And we gotta get rid of the crash, so we don't need it. We can go ahead and so there's our verse, drum beat. We'll go ahead and like that, and then we'll go ahead and quantize it. So I think quantizing is just Command U. Should already be quantized, but Nope. Go ahead and here we go. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and that's what we want. That was good to me. So there we go. Now we've got our chorus, we've got our verse. We can go ahead and swap that over. So this part I want got to do. So we'll hit snare, but we need it to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1 and 2 and so it needs to be something along these lines. Got to do. Got to. So in this part is a whole different feel. Do da do do da do do got 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 do 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 got do. So we'll hit the crash and then the 1. And then snare comes in on this beat right here. So we'll hit the hat right there. We're going to do open hats, I think. Actually, I don't believe I have open hat. You know, why don't we do that bell? Yeah, I want that bell right there. We can go ahead and duplicate that. As long as that's right there on the beat, that should be good. Let's duplicate that. Oh, we don't want to duplicate that. We just want to duplicate the bell. Soap, lots of soap, spots the germs spreading. Dude, got. Do. That's pretty simple. I mean, that is as simple as it gets, man. We just gotta get rid of that crash on the second time through. add that other ride. I want that ride there, riding it out. So, I mean, that is pretty much... we can... and then it should... So, and then this is where it switches. And I want to add a drum fill right here. So we'll add a drum fill right here. Right there, so. We'll go ahead and get rid of these bells. Snare is going to go do-ga-do-do. Bat boom boom. Boom boom. That's sort of what I want right there. We got to get that 16. So the 14 rack tom. So that's not correct. I don't know why it's not adhering to the properties of the. That's what I want. So we'll give one last bell right here. And then that completes that section. So the first part of part C. So it goes like this. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and program this next section. If you're just joining us, I am producing a new song for the Mr. Jeff project. This is a silly, very, very silly song about, it's called I Got Boogs. So it's about having boogers in your nose and what to do. Instead of going up there and picking it, you need to blow it with a tissue and you need to wash your hands because washing your hands is very important. So that's the premise of this very, very silly song. So the way that I've been operating the recording sessions to this, since I don't have a real drummer, is I've been programming all the drums. And in order to program all the drums, you sort of have to arrange it piece by piece. So basically what I did so far is I recorded a scratch track of my guitar parts as a guide track. So I recorded the scratch tracks and then I arranged the parts into the final arrangement, at least the arrangement we're going to work with now. And now I'm programming the drum parts. So I'm pretty close to going. This is the last part that I have to program, and then I can just copy and paste everything, and then the basis of the song will be, the foundation will be laid, and then I can start tracking real instruments over top of it. So I'm excited. This song is so goofy and so fun, and I've had it in the pipeline for about a year now. And I think I played it out once, and people were just laughing so hard. It's a punk rock kid song, you know? Like, I got bugs. It's like if Johnny Rotten made kids music, and that's what I was going for with here. And I think it's so silly and so funny. And I'm happy that it's finally coming to fruition with all this time off. Stop the germs from spreading. Soap, lots of soap stops the germs from spreading. Leave that dead to stop the germs from spreading. We okay. So now I have to start with this section. Doon da doo doo da doon. Doon da doo doo da doon doon. So we'll go ahead and we'll just start with the snares. I know where those snares are supposed to go. Actually, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just use this as the basis. Pop that over there. So we'll use that as sort of the basis because it's already the drum beat for that. So we'll go ahead and hit a crash. The crash is so sad. And of course there's no kick drum for no apparent reason. I think that's what I just copied over, like a doofus. So I don't really want the bell. Actually, it does sound good with the bell. Gonna be sick. So it kind of sounds good with that exact same drum beat there. We don't wanna be sick. No, we don't. We all wanna stay healthy. So that one has another syncopation right there that I need to program. We'll just hit that kick drum. So I don't even think that's in the right part. So I need that right here. And there's that. I mean, this drum beat is just fine for what we're going for here. Let's go ahead and copy and paste that. So I want this part. And then I'm going to copy and paste that drum fill. Where's that drum fill that we did? Yeah, I'm just gonna use the crap out of this drum fill. Da do do. Got do do boom. Just use it again. And then right here we'll hit the kick and the snare. Boom. And then a boom. Alright, so we'll go ahead and join all this up, consolidate. We will quantize it, even though it should already be quantized. But now let's hear it in context. So I feel like I cut right here. I want to get rid of that those kick drums right there. Perhaps just those doubles. Yeah, that sounds good to me. I want to get rid of those. Alright. That sounds good to me. So now we have our part C, as you can see right here. Part C with the drum fill going into it, and now is the time where I can literally just copy and paste the arrangement that we've already made over here. So next up, verse, chorus, and then into part C. So I can literally just take this all the way through and just duplicate it. Boom. And then because we're doing the same section of the song, that's why we could do that. So, and then since the chorus comes back in right here, we just and then I think for the ending, we're just ending with that I got bugs part. So we can go ahead and yep, so and then we just delete all this stuff. Bugs. Da-da. So I'm gonna go with da-da. We'll do 2 snare hits, just like the old punk rock stuff. Done. Alright, so I feel like that is where that is pretty much done. Let me go ahead and just... So let's go ahead and take it from the top. And I'm gonna sing the lyrics just to make sure that everything fits, everything's right. And then you'll also, if anybody's watching, you'll also get to hear the ridiculousness that is this song. All right, so here we go. Bugs, 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 bugs. I got bugs, 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 bugs. I got bugs, 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 bugs. You gotta get your finger out of your nose. You gotta get your finger out of your nose. Get a tissue, get a tissue, get a tissue, get a tissue and blow. I can feel something creeping up my nose, giving me an icky feeling, I suppose. If I dig in there, I can stash it on my clothes. But we don't want germs filling out like a garden hose. It's so silly, right? I got bugs, 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 bugs. I got bugs, 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 bugs. I got bugs, 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 bugs. You gotta get your finger out of your nose. You gotta get your finger out of your nose. Get a tissue, get a tissue, get a tissue, get a tissue and blow. Tissues to stop the germs from spreading. Soap, lots of soap stops those germs from spreading. Scrub and scrub to stop those germs from spreading. We don't want to get sick. No, we don't. We all want to stay healthy. That's right. Stop those germs by washing your hands as much as you can. It's so apropos right now. It's up and up my nose. Couldn't help it, you know how the story goes. It's time for me to wash my hands. Soap them up, dry them off, put them all in the garbage can. I got bugs, bugs, bugs. That second verse is so silly. Alright, we gotta hit that second verse again because it's so funny. I just stuck my finger. I just stuck my finger up my nose. Yuck. Couldn't help it, but you know how the story goes. It's time for me to wash my hands. Soap them up, dry them off, put it all in the garbage can. That's right. You got bugs, 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 bugs. All right, I think I'm ready to do a scratch vocal of this, just simply so that I have it. This song is so goofy. So if you're watching, I hope that you are enjoying this ridiculousness. Looks like we got one viewer on Twitch. I'm not quite sure who's watching on Twitch, but you're about to hear scratch vocals for this tune. Whoa, whoa. So I got my AT4040 over here. That's what I've been using as a large diaphragm condenser mic for, I don't know, I think I got this in 06 or 07. So you do the math there. 13 years I've had this exact same microphone. I only just recently started having issues with it, and I don't think that it's actually an issue with the mic. I think it's just an issue with powering the mic, because my interface I had powering it through phantom power, but it wasn't getting the correct power, and I believe that it was because I didn't have my computer power plugged in. So it leads me to believe that this microphone will not run, or this interface will not put out phantom power just running on the computer's battery. I believe that it needs the power supply plugged in order to get phantom power to it. So that's my hunch. That is my hunch. So I got this right here. Very simple. My pop filter is over here. We don't really need all of this for scratch vocals, but in case we get a really good take, we need to take the necessary precautions, I guess you could say. So I couldn't tell you how many times I've got a really, really good take of a song during my scratch vocal sessions that I wish I had used like my good mic or a pop filter. And then, for instance, like a song like called Without You that was on my solo album, those were scratch vocals. And that made it onto the album. So you just never know. You don't want to cut corners when it could potentially just be your final take. You don't even know. Alright, so I got this in. Let's go ahead and plug in my mic, which is, the cable is MIA. I've got so many ding-dang cables all over the place around here. This is what we're looking for. So I'll plug it in. I've got that coming into 1. Give it some phantom power. Hey, check. Alright, so we'll do a new track. We'll name it Scratch Vocal. So I haven't even warmed up my voice yet today, but since it's a scratch take, hey, yep. So now you should be able to hear this microphone. So the difference. So you've been listening to my blue USB mic. That's what I use for all my streaming stuff, and then this AT4040 is what I use for all my studio stuff. So this should be pretty simple and straightforward, this scratch vocal take. I'm going to go ahead and add in the click track because there's a couple of places that it comes in without any of the instruments. So let's go ahead and set this up for recording. Here we go. I got bugs. I got bugs. I got bugs. You gotta get your finger on your nose. You gotta get your finger on your nose. Get a tissue and blow. I can feel something creeping out my nose. Giving me an icky feeling, I suppose. If I dig in there, I can stash it on my clothes. But we don't want germs running out like a garden hose. So I messed up the words right there. We're going to go ahead and take that again. I'll just take that whole verse section again. Alright, so I lost my place there. I can feel something. Here we go. Feel something creeping up my nose, giving me an icky feeling, I suppose. If I dig in there, I can stash it on my clothes. But we don't want germs flying out like a garden hose. That's right. I got bugs. I got bugs. I got bugs. You gotta get your finger on your nose. You gotta get your finger on your nose. Get a tissue and blow. We use tissues to stop the germs from spreading. Soap, lots of soap stops those germs from spreading. Scrub and scrub to stop those germs from spreading. We don't wanna get sick. No, we don't. We all wanna stay healthy. That's right. Stop those germs by washing your hands as best as you can. So I originally had those lyrics as much as you can, but we don't want to teach kids to wash their hands a lot. We want to teach them to wash their hands well. Okay. So now we're into the next verse, and this verse is so fast and so ridiculous. So by washing your hands as best as you. I just stuck my finger at my nose. Yuck. Couldn't help it if you know how the story goes. It's time for me to wash my hands. Soap them up, dry them off, put them all in the garbage can. Here we go, cause why I got bugs. So I think we're gonna say, cause why? Hands as can. I just stuck my finger up my nose. Yuck.
Couldn't applicant, you know how the story goes. It's time for me to wash my hands. Soap them off, dry them off, put it all in the garbage can. Cause why? You got bugs. You got bugs. You got bugs. You gotta get your finger out of your nose. You gotta get your finger out of your nose. Get a tissue, and go. Next part. We use tissues to stop the germs from spreading. Soap, lots of soap stops those germs from spreading. Scrub and scrub stops the germs from spreading. We don't want to get sick. No, we don't. We all want to stay healthy, real healthy. Stop those germs by washing your hands as best as you. Did I say watching? I said watching. Stop those germs by washing your hands.
Washing your hands, ladies and gentlemen.
No, we don't. We all want to stay healthy, real healthy. Stop those germs by washing your hands as best as you can.
So I forgot that we went straight back into the chorus there.
I got bugs. I got bugs. I got bugs. You gotta get your finger out of your nose. You gotta get your finger out of your nose. Grab a tissue, and blow. And then here's where I talk about some educational stuff about washing your hands. And then we go bugs.
And that's the end.
Washing your hands. I got bugs.
And that's the song. I mean, it's so silly and awesome, right? All right. So now that I have my scratch vocal, I believe that I'm ready to go ahead and track real guitars.
So I originally had those. Just stuck my finger up my nose. Yuck. Couldn't applicant, you know.
So right now I'm sort of just fixing my punch-ins so that everything that needs to be there is there.
I got bugs. And then we go bugs.
Cool. So that is a silly song. All right. I think that I'm ready to get this. So now you can clearly hear the difference between the two mics, right? So this is just my blue mic, and then this is my AT4040 going through my interface and going into Ableton Live. So, I mean, there's certainly a big difference with those. But I don't think the blue mic sounds bad. It's just there's a difference between like a $60 USB mic versus a couple $100 large diaphragm condenser mic by a respectable company. That takes phantom power. Like, you know, it's just going to be superior. All right, so we can take that out of here. You got me again.
Gotta get your finger out of your nose. Get a tissue, and blow.
All right, so I've got about less than a half an hour before I need to get ready for the Mr. Jeff show. So I'm going to try and power through these guitar parts. Now that I got the scratch vocal, I'll go ahead and just put it down here for reference. So we'll put that up here. We got our scratch guitar. We'll go ahead and just create a new track and just call it Elec Guitar 1. Create a new track, Elec Guitar 2. Can't handle it not being congruent, so now we are ready to do electric guitars. So who is out there watching this on Twitch? I know that there's one person watching on Twitch. Say something, right? Can't you say something? If you say something, I'll know that you're here. So why does it say that I am offline? Oh, it does say I'm online. I'm streaming. It says that I'm streaming right now. All right. All right, so now I'm on Twitch right now. And I don't know why Twitch is taking a million years to load. Let's see, users in chat. See, it says I'm offline, but that doesn't even make sense because I am literally online. So now I understand. Who's here? Who just said that? Haha, still here, dude. Stutzman? What's up, man? Steez Eugene. Hey, what's up, man? That is so silly. I didn't really expect anybody to be watching this, but I hope you've learned anything. Have you learned anything, man? Heyo. Not too bad. Quarantine at home. Yeah, all right. Me too. Just still creating music because we have to. There's no other way around it. So you're on Twitch then? Is that what you're saying? You're on Twitch? See, that's the thing. Like, it doesn't show me anything on Twitch. There you go. What about you? Working on some ideas? Yeah, I'm currently. I was making a very silly song about. So I have this project, this Mr. Jeff project, which is just music for kids. And this is what I was working on today. So I went ahead and I basically I tracked a scratch guitar part, I tracked a scratch vocal, and then I programmed in some drums to this ridiculous song of about washing your hands that goes for children. So my idea was for it to be like a punk rock, a very silly punk rock kid song. So who is this? I don't understand your username. Steez Eugene. The kids love this. Yay, I love that. Makes me pretty happy. Identify yourself, please. Just a Nick out of Switzerland. That's awesome, man. Thank you. Well, here, check this out. Check out this ridiculous thing that I made this morning. I got buzz, 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 buzz. I got buzz, 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 buzz. I got buzz, 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 buzz. You gotta get your finger out of your nose. You gotta get your finger out of your nose. Get a tissue, get a tissue, get a tissue, get a tissue, and blow. Here comes the verse. I can feel something creeping up my nose, giving me an icky feeling, I suppose. If I dig in there, I can stash it It's like a punk rock kid song. It's like Johnny Rotten was making music for children.
The germs from spreading. Soap, lots of soap stops those germs from spreading. Scrub and scrub stops the germs from spreading. We don't wanna get sick, no we don't. We all want to stay healthy, real healthy. Stop those germs by washing your hands as best as you can. I got
Yes, you get the idea, Nick. So this is a scratch vocal and a scratch guitar. The guitar was recorded simply to get the arrangement down. So I got the arrangement down. I programmed my drum tracks, and next I'm ready to play real guitar. And then I'm gonna do all my guitar tracks, then I'm going to do all my bass tracks, and then I will do all of my real vocals, and then send it off for mixing. So I should have this wrapped up today. I will most likely get on here a little later to to give a little update. So, but right now I've got to get ready. I do a children's show every day, 11 to noon, where I'm at, Eastern Standard Time, and I sort of have to prep for that. So I have to lay this thing to rest for the morning, and I will get back to it later. So thanks for watching, Nick. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks. You too. Why don't you send me some of your stuff too, Nick, so I can hear what you got going on. So, all right, man. Cheers. Everybody have a great day. If you want to tune into the kids show, I'll be live with the kids show. I will be live on my kids account, which is at Mr. Jeff is Fun. So if you see at Mr. Jeff is Fun, you should be able to see that if you're on Twitch or Periscope or YouTube or Facebook. So, all right, man. Have a good